So usually NIO has the image that they are kind of over-delivering on their promises, or at least they're keeping their promises, right? However, yeah, in the last earnings call we had the news around the solid-state battery that it's actually not getting delivered in Q4. So despite the fact that NIO usually, when they announce new products like the ET5, ES7, or even NIO Park, right, which has been constructed in just a couple of months and now entering mass production, well, usually they're quite good with their deadlines and the milestones that they're announcing. And so, well, you know, I'm also invested in Tesla and I'm still waiting for the Cybertruck and, you know, other product announcements. FSD, more famously, has been announced since years and never gotten really to market yet. And so with NIO we usually have always this kind of predictability, also sort of in terms of deliveries, right? So usually we now know pretty much like they're gonna meet the guidance and so forth. But no, this is the first time that NIO actually have to scrap one of their deadlines, which they announced before. Actually in Q4 they should have launched this new battery pack, and that would have the benefit for, I think, most or maybe even all of the NIO users that are currently already having the car, that they have at least a theoretical chance to upgrade to this battery pack once they need it, let's say for long distance travel, or maybe some very affluent users who can actually just enjoy the latest technology. And well, we had some news. For example, I found out that NIO has actually invested in a company called WeLion in Beijing, going to produce the battery for them. I reached out on one of their employees on LinkedIn. All of this is well documented on some of the earlier videos that I've done, and basically confirms that the technology is out there, that they are on track on actually building the line for it. And we even had an announcement of the kind of groundbreaking for this new battery, which will be produced by WeLion, and as I mentioned, NIO is having a stake in this company. So yes, the product is real, and it's gonna go certainly to the market, but it's not gonna go to market in Q4, and that would have been a catalyst also for NIO, I would say, for NIO's stock, and it would actually make NIO one of the most advanced battery manufacturers, if you will, if you count the stake in, or at least, you know, NIO cars to use the latest technology in batteries available. However, they in the earnings call basically said, like, look, we're not going to announce, we're not going to meet the state. And so yeah, that's frankly a setback, because you know, more of that just around this product. This is more about, let's say, NIO's credibility of meeting deadlines. And well, we didn't have any, you know, new date on when they're gonna announce it. No analyst was actually really asking this question. In general, I think that the analyst questions on the call were pretty poor. It was only Edison Liu from Deutsche Bank who actually asked around this particular battery. And so we found out that they're not gonna meet this deadline. And so what could be the reason behind? I actually think from the intel or the kind of the research that I've done about this battery, that it's actually pretty much on track. So I do think they're building up the production line, and you know, knowing the Chinese and how fast they are building, and also NIO Park, I'm not doubting that they have something up and running. And the issue would rather be to bring this from a, let's say, prototype stage more to mass manufacturing. And there might be some issues, but personally, I do think that in case that they wanted to meet this deadline, they could have gotten this battery out in very small batches. And the reason, that's just speculation, but one reason I could imagine why they haven't done so is also the delay, for example, of Tesla's 4680 batteries. So that's the cylindrical cells, the tabless cells, the latest innovation by Tesla, which also brings lots of new benefits to the markets, and one of them being also the structural pack. So the pack that cannot be removed is actually, you know, pretty tight to the vehicle chassis, and therefore also bringing more cost efficiencies and also efficiencies in usage to Tesla's fleet, to the newly produced batteries and cars. But that's still not clear when this will actually be on the market and when people will actually be able to get those batteries. Latest news is actually that even Berlin is not gonna to produce those batteries because of the impact of the US subsidies being rolled out in the US, so maybe they just gonna be produced in America instead. And so maybe NIO thought to themselves, why should we bring out the latest technology already now into the market when competition is basically still using the same old technology in their products. So there's no catch-up that I need to do. When something new is announced, NIO can just kind of come out with their hybrid solid-state batteries, bring it to the market, and one day to the next they have the latest technology on the market, and most likely one that is very competitive and offering like the longest range, more safety, different ways how it can be charged, and different benefits there in this regard. So that might be kind of a tactical move for NIO, I would assume, and meanwhile allowing them to experiment a little bit more with those factory lines and ramping them up for building those new battery packs. And by the time that they're introducing it, maybe already having them in some larger volumes that they can allow to bring them to the market. So that's what I think is the reason behind. However, it's coming with this little bit of a downside here, that, you know, being usually on point with the delivery times, this times it seems like at least there is an issue, and at least it's a kind of a broken promise. So we'll see if that's becoming kind of the new norm with some of their other products there, and if there is a more, let's say, management issue around that, or if indeed, like I'm speculating here, this might be rather a tactical move. What do you think personally around it? What's the reason for the delay? Do you think this delay is a major issue for NIO? And yeah, let me all know this down in the comments. Please leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you will not miss out on any videos. And then thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video.